Today we're talking about 1972 Topps basketball. I was 1 year old when this set came out. Happy hobby, I'm David Gonson. Today we are looking at 1972 Topps basketball cards. I say we're looking at. I'm not opening up a pack. I'm just talking about the set. It's just one of the coolest sets ever. Several reasons for this. First, the design. The design is absolutely beautiful. I love the colors that pop from this. Now it actually catches some flack because people say, well, there's not, the basketball court behind the player. It's a it's kind of a photoshopped card, so to speak. You don't really see action. You just see the player posing or something. Man, I'll tell you what, it's just absolutely a beautiful design. And if you look at the rest of the designs of the 1970s cards, not just basketball, not just Topps basketball, but look at Topps football and Topps baseball. I'll give you 1975 Topps. It's pretty awesome. Baseball. I'll give you 1972 Topps baseball. But 1972 Topps basketball, I mean, it's one of the coolest looking designs. So that's the first reason, the design. Secondly, the checklist. Now, NBA and the ABA existed at the same time when this card set was manufactured. And I don't know how they did it, but Topps somehow convinced the NBA and the ABA to have their players on the same set of cards. These were rival. How's that make any sense? That would be like in the mid 80s, the NFL and the USFL having their same cards on Topps. Now, can you imagine that? Now, I actually did do an article on that. I'll do a video on that as well pretty soon. But imagine USFL and NFL, two guys butting heads, having their cards on the same manufacturer in the same set. That'd also be like in the late 60s when Philadelphia was creating football cards for one league and Topps was creating football cards for the other league. The AFL and the NFL, they weren't going to have both in the same set. Well, that's what they did in 1972. Basketball, NBA, ABA, same set. They even had cards featuring the championships from both of those leagues. It's pretty crazy, right? So you're talking about superstars in both leagues, rookies, great rookie cards in both leagues. Let's first talk about these rookie cards also. Dr. J, Julius Erving, one of the headline rookie cards of all of the 70s combined. It's one of the best rookie cards. I don't know, maybe it is the best. If you say Kareem Abdul-Jabbar is 69 and Magic and Larry Bird in 1980. Yeah, Dr. J's rookie card, it's the best rookie card of the 70s. He owns the 70s. But there's some other good rookie cards from that set specifically. Not as good as Dr. J. He's pretty good. But some other legendary ones, and even including one rookie card who ended up becoming a legendary head coach. And that brings me to another reason why this was a great set, especially for someone of a certain age, a man of a certain age, like myself, who grew up in the 80s and was a big sports fan in the 80s and the 90s and followed a lot of these head coaches that came from those early 70s NBA seasons who then became NBA head coaches. Well, we'll go through it. We'll go through them a little bit. Don't you worry about that. We'll go through them. But that's another reason why I love this set. It sings to me. The players from this set sings to me. And of course, at the end of this video, I'll go through the cards that I have from this 1972 Topps NBA or Topps basketball set. It's not just NBA, Topps basketball. I'll go through those cards at the end. All right, so I'm going to go through some of the players from this set who made the set awesome. Dr. J, obviously, he had his main true rookie card, which I don't own. It's a pretty great card. It's really expensive. I don't own it. It's pretty great. But he also has his other rookie card, which is the Dr. J, Julius Erving All-Star card. Now you can get Dr. J. It's basically a rookie card. It's a card from his rookie season from the flagship set. It's only a 264 card set, by the way. I'd like to point that out also. This card, this All-Stars card, is considered a rookie card, just not as true rookie card. So you can get it at a much cheaper price. take a look on eBay. I bet you get some good deals on that. Also, some other rookies I want to point out. 15 NBA. How many championships does Phil Jackson have? I don't know, but this was his rookie card that started way back when in 1972 when he played with the Knicks and he won championship with the Knicks. So this guy, he's pretty good. He's pretty important to NBA history. That's another good one. Artis Gilmore. Artis Gilmore played with the Kentucky Colonels. Later on, would go on to play with Chicago Bulls and the San Antonio Spurs. Later on, NBA Basketball Hall of Famer. He was the #1 overall draft pick in the 1976 ABA dispersal draft. So you got that going for him. George McGinnis, Indiana Pacers. He would also end up going into the Basketball Hall of Fame. And he's just one of 4 players to have their jersey retired by the Indiana Pacers. Reggie Miller, Roger Brown, and Mel Daniels also. The only guy, George McGinnis. Okay, so let's move on to talk about some of the best non-rookie cards in this set. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, rookie card 1969. Wilt Chamberlain. This was one of his final cards, Wilt Chamberlain. I think he played one more year after this, and then he was a coach, I think, after that, and got a card when he was with the San Diego Conquistadors. Okay. Jerry West, Pete Maravich, Oscar Robertson, Rick Barry, Walt Frazier, Dave DeBusschere, which, by the way, you can also look up Dave DeBusschere. I believe it's 1965 Topps Baseball and get his rookie card from that sport, baseball. Dave DeBusschere, pretty cool. John Havlicek, Bill Bradley, ended up becoming a senator. Oh, Bill Bradley. Knicks. Some of the other great ones: Elvin Hayes, Connie Hawkins, Calvin Murphy, Dave Bing, Syracuse, hey, Bob Lanier. Some of the great Celtics cards in this set: Don Chaney, Don Nelson, Paul Silas, Dave Counts, John Havlicek. Great Lakers cards: Chamberlain, West, Gail Goodrich, Happy Hairston, Pat Riley card in this set. Then we go on to the Knicks. You got Jerry Lucas, Phil Jackson, I already mentioned, Walt Frazier, Earl Monroe, Dave DeBusschere, Bill Bradley, Willis Reed, and Walt Frazier All-Star card. Okay, so let's get to the future NBA coaches. Now, these are the guys whose cards were in this set. Like I said, Phil Jackson and Pat Riley. Like, you're not getting any better than that. It's like 74 NBA championships between those two head coaches. I did the math. But also, Lenny Wilkens, once the all-time winningest NBA head coach. He played with the Seattle Supersonics back then. Led the Cleveland Cavaliers to the NBA Finals twice. He won an NBA championship with the Seattle Supersonics as a player. Then there's Wes Unseld, Don Nelson, I already mentioned him, Butch Beard, Rudy Tomjanovich. Ended up winning 2 NBA back-to-back titles in the mid non-MJ years of the 90s. Rick Adelman, Don Chaney, Billy Cunningham, and Dan Issel for the Kentucky Colonels. So that's just a little bit of, I just want to really give you an idea of how stud-packed, stacked this set was in 1972. And you can get a lot of these cards. Basketball cards, vintage basketball cards, really are not that expensive. Obviously, it's tough to get them in great condition, especially if you're looking at some of the tall boys. But you can get a lot of cards from this set at pretty good prices, even graded. You can get them in good prices. All right, so let's go ahead and we'll shoot down here and go through some of these cards that I already have, and let's see what we got. These are my 1972 Topps basketball cards. I've shown these at different times in different videos, but I thought since we're talking all about 1972 Topps, we can talk about these guys again. Pat Riley. Now, this was not Pat Riley's rookie card, but it's still one of the sweetest cards. And look at that stash. You gotta love that stash. A man out of Rome, New York. It's where most of my family is from, out of Rome, New York. Walt Frazier, Clyde. They call him Clyde. I forget why. Clyde. I don't know. I don't want to say it's something to do. I think it had something to do with his fashion and maybe a movie at the time or something like that. Rick Barry, this guy, the Golden State Warriors. It was originally the Oakland Oaks. He was originally in the ABA with the Oakland Oaks, and his father-in-law owned the team, I believe. Something to that effect. Interesting story. Oscar Robertson, the Big O. I bought this raw, sent it in, got graded from SGC 6.5. I was very happy with that, obviously. Very happy. Now here's a rookie card for you. Phil Jackson, same thing. Bought this raw, sent it in, so happy it came back a 6. I'm pretty sure. Yeah. Came back, yeah, I sent this in. This one I bought, graded. SGC 5, Jerry West, recently passed away. Pistol Pete Maravich. Love this card. Love Pistol Pete. Such an interesting story. There's a good, I think it's an SEC Storied. If you have ever seen that on ESPN Plus, check out his SEC Storied. SEC Storied is basically like 30 for 30, but for SEC teams only, teams and players only. Wilt Chamberlain. One of his last cards with the strange name on the front. I'm curious, does anybody have a explanation for that one? Because nobody else did it. Just Wilt with the old name. Oh, Pat Riley had his name on the front too. Must be a dumb Lakers thing. Let's see, anybody else? Yeah, West. I just thought that was the all-star team. JK. I can't see what Pat Riley says. I can't see what the Bucks says. Bucks says Bucks on the front. You can see that with Kareem. All right, so let's do this guy like this. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar with Bucks on the front. Doesn't say Abdul-Jabbar or Alcindor. But this is one of my favorite cards as well. This is my oldest and my best Kareem Abdul-Jabbar card. So love that. And then this is my best, I think this is my best. Oh, you know what? I think it's actually, the Chamberlain is my best because it's a 7. This is my best Dr. J card. It's a rookie card. It's his first year, 1972 Topps Dr. J. Now this is the All-Star, the ABA All-Stars. You gotta love the ball. Played against the New York Nets, I believe. And it's pretty sweet. That's pretty great. He would eventually, obviously the ABA and NBA would merge, and Dr. J was the prize. He was pretty much why they merged. He was a big reason for that. So that's what you got. That's what you have. These are my 4 best, I would say, probably from my 1972 Topps NBA ABA set. Let me know in the comments. Do you have any ABA? Do you love these cards as much as I love these cards? I want to know in the comments. And just let me know, what's your favorite basketball set? Let me know, and whatever you do, have a happy hobby.